Hi, everyone. Hope you're having a great afternoon or morning or evening, wherever you're at right now. My name is Ginny, and I'm the Applied Skills Program Coordinator. I'm also your main point of contact for all the programs I will be mentioning today. Now, please keep in mind that this session will be recorded. So if you cannot stay for the entire session, or if you know someone that cannot make it to the session today, be sure to ask them to check out the college's YouTube channel in a few days. I will not be stopping in the middle of the sessions for questions, but instead, please type any of your questions that you may have in the chat. My special guests and I will do our best to answer them at the end of the session. For today's session, I will start with a brief overview of the free programs we'll be offering this fall, and then I will go into more details specifically on the Applied Skills program. You will also hear from several current Excel Plus students, Kareen, Gurjashan, and Holly, on their experience. I will wrap up with a bit more details on the application process and some key dates, and then we will take your questions at the very end. As some of you may know, Columbia College is a registered charity and a not-for-profit organization that strives to provide the best support for our students. The International Center for Student Success is one of our charitable initiatives hosting popular programs and events such as Limitless Conference and the Community Connections Program, as well as the Essential Technology and Workplace Skills Program. We would like to help you acquire the necessary digital skills you need to excel in any academic and workplace setting. We're starting the new academic year with the expansion of the Applied Skills program, which is mainly why you're here. Now I will briefly touch on two other programs that will also come this fall. So first of all, we will be relaunching the Typing Essentials program this fall. So the pilot program was a huge hit back in the spring, so I'm really excited to be able to bring this back. You will receive more information about this after your final exams. The other program that we will be launching this fall is the LinkedIn Learning Circle that you might have heard about at the Limitless Conference earlier this month. This is a pilot program that will provide you with a free subscription for LinkedIn Learning and connect you with other students interested in improving their technical skills as well as soft skills. While this program will launch later this fall, you can add yourself to the mailing list at bit.ly/LCC coming soon if you want to hear all about it before everyone else. So I'll leave the slide on for a little bit longer if you want to jot down the link. Now, let's get back to the Applied Skills program before you feel a bit too overwhelmed by all the choices. If you haven't noticed already, this year we're definitely focusing on choices. We're offering the students with not just one, but two different streams of the Applied Skills program this fall. So based on what you, the students, want to learn, we have put together the Word Plus stream, which contains Microsoft Word and PowerPoint, as well as the Excel Plus stream, which contains Microsoft Excel and Outlook. While you can apply for both programs, you can only take part in one at a time. Now let's take a look at what completing an Applied Skill program cohort is like. So first and foremost, you need to hit the apply button and submit an application. If you're one of the 25 students selected for either the Word or Excel cohort, this is what would happen. You will be assigned weekly lessons and assignments that can be completed at your own pace during this 8 to 9 week long program. We will also have regular office hours and group projects where you get to collaborate with other students. Each cohort will have its required module, such as Word and Excel, but the PowerPoint and Outlook modules will be optional for those of you that have a bit more time and interest in completing them. At the end of the program, you will need to complete a capstone project to demonstrate your knowledge. If you complete it successfully, you will have the opportunity of receiving a digital credential that you can then share with others and add to your digital portfolio. This is an excellent way for you to show others that you have acquired a particular set of Microsoft Office skills. If you enjoy what you have learned, you can choose to return to the program in the following semester and join a different cohort to learn additional skills. You do not need to complete the application form again. Here's an example of the web portal you will be using for the program called SimNet. This is the website you will use for all your lessons, assignments, and projects. And as you can see, they're organized in weekly folders. The due date is also listed beside each task. You can think of this as a simplified Moodle that we'll be using for the program. Here's another example of what a typical mini lesson would look like. Now, the number of lessons you need to complete each week could vary, but overall, it would take you up to 4 to 5 hours a week. In addition to the written explanations, you can also watch a video demonstration and try out the skill in a simulated environment before going out and using it in the real world. You do need to download Microsoft Office 365 on your computer, which is free for all the CC students. We will also be using Microsoft Teams and OneNote quite extensively in this program to help you stay on top of the tasks you need to complete each week. As you can see here, you'll be provided with checklists on what you need to complete. So if you suddenly have a super busy week and cannot complete the assignments on time, this program is designed to help to work with your busy schedule. So there will be opportunities for you to catch up on anything you might have missed. Now, I understand that it's less convincing when the information is coming purely just from me. So I'm going to have my special guests, Corrine, Gurjishan, and Holly from the current Excel Plus cohort this semester to share their experience. Thank you so much for joining me today, everyone. I'm going to ask you some questions about the program. Please kindly share your thoughts. And I'm going to start with Gurjishan. Are you ready, Gurjishan?
Yes, I am. Thank you, Jenny.
Okay. Perfect. So to start with you, can you tell us why you've decided to join the Applied Skills program?
So, I was interested in knowing more about Microsoft Excel. I previously heard that the Word cohort was really good and people learned a lot. So it's like, yes, I also need to learn something new. Apart from that, I work in administrative setting and I also work at college in student services. So Excel is something that we regularly use, and obviously more knowledge about Excel helped me grow at work as well.
Perfect. Now before I go to Holly, I'm just going to ask my special guests to turn on their camera when they're speaking so other students can see you, if that's okay. Perfect. So what about Holly? Can you tell us why you've decided to join the program?
Sure. I'm not sure about other students, but honestly, when I attend any information session talking about potential work opportunities, I always find my previous experience with Microsoft Office is considered as an asset. And for us to be given this opportunity by college to learn such a valuable, such a valuable knowledge for free, I think that is very, very helpful, and it's such a once in a lifetime opportunity. Something else, I enrolled in the Excel program, and honestly, I feel Excel is very valuable. you can be organized through Excel in many different ways. So what I really love about the Applied Skills program is that not only we get knowledge that we can apply when we take the post test in our program, but we can actually use it in our daily lives.
That's so great to hear. Now, Corrine, are you there? Can you hear us, Corrine?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, great. So, Corrine, why don't you tell us why you've decided to join the program?
What first made me join like the Excel program? If you notice, most job requirements need Microsoft Office, so that's what initially intrigued me to join the program. But then I heard from like friends who had taken the program that the Word cohort was also nice, so I also decided that also made me want to join more. And then the skills you learn there not only help you like through books, you can learn formulas for Excel. You can learn formulas that can help you in school, that can help you in the future. So honestly, it was a really good decision on my part.
That's so great to hear. Now, I'm going to go back to Holly, and I believe you've touched on some of these things. So I'm just curious if you feel that the program was different from what you expected to be, and if you have any sort of rewarding or challenging moments that you would like to share with students that are thinking about joining.
Sure. So before starting, actually in the applying phase, I was a bit worried if joining this program would be kind of a burden, keeping in mind that I have other studies and just the courses I need to complete and like looking at the grades. So honestly, I am really glad that I joined. This program is designed to be very flexible. It's very well planned, and just when you start the program, you start ahead of the semester. So you start in the break, so you get a chance to see how the program will be like. And honestly, you can also finish it few weeks before your finals. So it applies on the same thing that you're not kind of cramming everything at the last minute. My rewarding moments, there was kind of a lot of them. So, working with group mates has improved my experience. I felt like working with others and just seeing, like, just discussing our ideas and working on them and coming up with something that is appreciated by other members of this program felt really rewarding.
That's so great to hear. What about Corrine? Do you have anything else, anything different from Holly's experience?
My experience in general, it was at first I was nervous because I thought like it was a really strict program. Like if you fail something, that's it. But that's so different. It gives you it gives you chances. It's not like if you fail something, it's not the end of the world. You can do it again and learn from your mistakes. And then also it's like a break from everyday school. I know like some I do sciences, so they can get really stressful until like in my free time when I just do the Excel, it's like kind of a break from all the tough subjects and everything. And it makes you do stuff at your own pace. It doesn't rush you and say that you have to complete this by the deadlines, yes, but it's more flexible than the average course. And the biggest challenges I say I would face is some of the some of the courses were really hard, and I thought that I would not get through them. But like if you go, you talk to Jeannie, she helps a lot, and then you go back and review the lessons. That actually also helps. And if you have friends as well in the program, it also helps a lot. So basically the whole experience was just amazing. That's all I have to say.
Woohoo, that's so sweet. What about Gurjishan? What was your experience like?
It was really great. So at the beginning, I didn't expect that I'll be learning all these things. I thought like it will be a general course where I'll just learn basics of Excel, but it's actually Excel Plus, where we got to know about all the different unique things that I never knew even existed on Excel, and I was like able to do all the work so quickly after that because I got to know all the shortcuts and all the formulas that we use. And let me say it clear, I wasn't the one who was always the best at this course. I was always running after deadlines. I'm not good with them. But yeah, the course is flexible and Ginny is really nice. She helps us and she's very accommodative. So if you have any issues, she helps and helps you deal with them. Apart from that, I got a chance to work with other students for the group projects, which actually enhanced our learning. And uh, this is a course where you don't just like read or just see things and you're done with it. You actually practically do them afterwards, so you actually gain that practical knowledge rather than just watching a random YouTube video and ending it right there.
That's so great to hear. And for the audience that's listening to us, I promise I didn't bribe them with gift cards when they say that I'm really nice. But no, I really appreciate hearing what you're saying. So now for my last question, I'm going to start with Corrine. So now I understand you've shared some really positive experience. Is there anything you would say to the students that are unsure about, if this program is for them, if they should give it a shot, should they apply? What would you say to the students?
Honestly, in my perspective, from like everything, I was also a bit unsure. But look at it in this way. What do you have to lose? I mean, the program is free. All it needs is time, whereby it's not even a lot of your time. It's flexible. You just need a bit, and you're gaining skills. So it's not something that's going to affect your GPA. So you just give it a shot and try. You have an opportunity to be good at something, to learn something new at completely no cost. So you should just try it and see. Don't be scared. It's not something to like worry about. You have so many people ready to help you. Everything is easy to learn. If you ever need anything, there's also always Ginny. And yes, she didn't bribe us. Everything is really, it was really a wonderful experience, and I hope I can get to experience it again.
Well, thanks. What about Gurjishan? Anything you would like to share with students?
Yes. So, as Corrine mentioned, that there's nothing to lose, but you are gaining all these skills. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm always interested to learn new things and to learn something different, which other people don't know. And now, after learning all the skills from this Excel program, when I go back to work and tell others that, oh, why are you spending 5 minutes doing this? You can use the shortcut and you can do it in like less than a minute. And then they are so surprised that, oh my god, I didn't knew about this. That feeling really helps you. And obviously these skills won't just help you in college, these will stay with you for the rest of your life. And you'll I don't think there's a job where you won't be using Excel. There will be some point in your life where you will be using this program, so why not give it a try and learn these skills?
Great. What about Holly?
Sure. So I could speak for myself. I could, as I mentioned before, I was a bit worried, but I can tell students from now that you have so much help from Jenny. You can get office hours because she informs us every week when will her office hours be. She will always follow up with you even if you don't join her like office hours. She'll tell you you're at this point. It's recommended that you go for that, or maybe just touch up on whatever you haven't just got the concept well with. And also, I can say that it's really rewarding when you learn a concept and you go to the practice questions and you do well, because whatever time you've spent doing it didn't go to waste. You're actually learning something new and you can use it now. So, yeah, just don't worry. The course or the program is planned really well, it's very flexible. And yeah, I just recommend that you guys enjoy it and enjoy learning with Applied Skills program.
Wow, thank you so much for sharing, all of you, Kareen, Gurjishan, and Holly, and for your time today. You know, I always find it so fascinating to hear what the students have to say about the program, and it's also so rewarding for me as well to hear that you've enjoyed it so much. Now, I will continue with more technical details on the program, but please stick around for a little bit as I may still ask you to help me answer some questions from the audience if there are any. But thank you so much. Now, this is kind of the perfect time for me to go over these more nitty-gritty details. So for the fall semester, like I said, we will be looking for a total of 50 new students. So that's up to 25 students in each cohort for the Word Plus as well as for the Excel Plus. So both cohorts will start in late August after the final exams, but the Excel cohort will start a week earlier to give you more time to complete the modules, preferably by the end of October. Now, you are expected to spend about 4 to 5 hours a week completing lessons and projects. The program is designed to be more intense at the very beginning before your academic courses begin. As the semester gets busier, you'll be given a bit more time to complete things and more flexibility, like the students have mentioned. Now that we're running this program for the third semester, I also want to give a shout out to our Apply Skills alumni, if you're watching this. For those that have completed either the Word or the Excel cohort successfully in the past and wish to return to complete the other cohort, you can simply send me a message on Teams or just send me an email. You do not need to fill out the application form again and go through the whole process. This is true for all students joining this semester and that wants to return in the winter as well. Now, as part of our program expansion, we are accepting applicants from students in both secondary and UT or associate degree programs with an English level of at least English 11 or 099. It's very important that you're not currently on academic probation and will not be taking more than 4 courses while taking part in the program. We've set out these criteria because we want every student in the program to get the most out of the curriculum and not just barely getting by. This program is definitely a commitment and adds additional responsibilities to your day-to-day routine. But like what our students have said, hopefully you can see how it will serve you in the long run. I also want to mention here that this program is made for beginners, so you don't need to have experience using the applications before. If you have used, let's say, Excel in the past, and you're not sure if this program is appropriate for your skills, you will have the option to upload files you have created during the application process. So what I will do is I will review them and I will let you know if I think your skills are above or appropriate for the program. Now I'm almost done here, so we'll be taking questions shortly. The deadline to apply this time is August 8th. You just need to fill out an application form that will take you a few minutes. If you meet the program requirements, you will receive an email from me within a few business days with instructions on completing what I call a platform preview. So how it works is that you'll be given a guest account to access the platform we'll be using for the program, and you will be asked to complete a sample assessment. If things go smoothly, there will also be a brief interview to ensure that this program is a good fit for you. The process is more or less the same for both Word and Excel cohort, but like I said, the only difference is that Excel will start a week earlier. This also means that we will likely be doing the interview and selection process a little bit earlier because the program is 1 week longer. And that's it from me. I'm going to go ahead and check out the chat and see if we have any questions from our audience. So I see that from Navjot. If this semester is the last semester for some of the students, then is the students able to do this course on work permit or not? Now, that's a great question. So in order to participate in this program, you have to be a registered student. So if you are graduating at the end of this semester and you won't be a registered student next semester, then unfortunately you won't be eligible. But having said that, I do want to let you know that I am hosting another information session later this week on a program offered by an organization called NPower. So if you're interested in getting, again, free tech training while on work permit, definitely check out that other information session I'll be running on both Thursday and Friday. Please send me an email or a message on Teams, and I can provide you with more information on that. Now, let me see if there are any other questions from our audience. Feel free to type up your questions in the chat. I will wait for another minute or two for you to type. And of course, if you have any questions about the other programs like the Typing Essentials program or the LinkedIn Learning Circle, you can put that in the chat as well and see if there's anything that I can help answer. So I'll wait for another minute or so, and then we'll end the session. And while we're waiting, like I said, if you know people that can't make it to the info session today, be sure to share the link that we will see on the next screen. So I can see that our next question, where to fill out the application form. That's the perfect leeway because here's the link. So I was going to say that if you know people that can make it to the info session today, the recording will be on our YouTube channel in a few days. But if you know friends that they're very eager to apply, they already know, they've attended past info sessions, feel free to share this link with them. So you can see that's the application link. So bit.ly/CC-ASPF2021. So that's the link to fill out the application form. The portal is now open, so you're able to access it on your mobile device or on a computer. The link is open right now. Now, let me see. The next question, if we're not able to cope with the program, can we cancel the program? That's a really interesting question. So there are two parts to this. So normally what we would do is, I would say within the first 2 weeks of the program is where things are most intense. And that will be a good time for you to get a feel of the program and see if it's a good fit for you. So if you let me know within the first week or two that, hey, this might be too much for me right now, I have other responsibilities, maybe next semester is a better time for me, it is possible to withdraw you from the program. But if you're halfway through the program, you're like 80% done and you feel like dropping out, then what I would normally do is I would still highly encourage you to stay in the program simply because you are given quite a bit of time to complete it. If needed, I will give you a bit of extra time after the final exams to catch up. But, before you apply, definitely recognize that this is a commitment, but, it's something that you're looking at in the long run and the reward that it gives you in the long run. Now, let me see the next question. Can we complete work of program earlier, like syllabus, or can we do certain amount of work in week? So how it works is that generally I will assign new content every 1 to 2 weeks. So there are opportunities for you to, let's say if you're assigned something and you normally have 2 weeks to complete it, it is possible to finish it early, but maybe I'll have one of my special guests here to respond to that. let's see, Holly, Gurjishan, or Kareem. Do either of you want to share your experience on what it's like finishing things early, or do you usually finish it on time?
Yes, I'm not the right person to speak on this.
That's totally fine. Please share your authentic experience.
Oh, my authentic experience, it depends. I didn't finish things on time all the time, but sometimes I finish things. Like if I wanted to have a bit more to, if I knew my week was busier, I would try to do things earlier, because I think a new lesson used to come up the beginning of every week. So you can get a head start on it, because it's not like, you're waiting for a teacher or anything. All the lessons are up there. So if you want to do things earlier, you can do them. But then, I don't know, you just take it at your time, I guess.
Yeah, I could speak for my part also that it feels really good to be on the top of your work and that you're understanding whatever you're given to learn. But I could say that, as Jeannie said, that in the first 2 weeks you're given a lot of things to do. But that's actually really good, because at the beginning you don't have that much work to do for your actual studies. But something like what we're going through now, it's getting pretty busy with all the assignments we have to finish. But also on the other hand, we don't have as much things to do. We're just wrapping up. So I feel this is a very nice thing to follow.
Great, thank you so much. Now, I see that we have one more question. So what is the interview in, as we are having final exams next week? Is this something to get prepared for? Now, the interview is a very casual process. Depending on your availability, I've spoken with students either before or after the final exams. So the time is fairly flexible. It's just a 10 to 15 minute chat. It's an opportunity for me to get to know you a little bit more and to hear more about what you hope to learn from the program. It's also an opportunity for you to ask any questions that might not have been addressed earlier on. There's nothing you need to prepare for. It's just an opportunity for us to meet and to connect, and also for you to see if this is a program that's right for you. And I see that there's a comment in the chat about things piling up like a mountain. I think, that's something we all experience at one point in life. And how I feel about it for this program is that you are given the flexibility. So it's always a good idea that, when you have a less busy week, then you get a little bit more done. And, there are weeks when you feel like you're juggling so many things, then you get less done. But there's always that flexibility there in the program. And I believe that's all the questions we have. Well, thank you so much for coming today, and particularly my special guests, Holly, Gurjishan, and Corrine, for sharing your wonderful experience here today. If there's anything that we haven't responded to, like I said, feel free to send me an email, which I will type in the chat right now. And or you can send me a message on Microsoft Teams, and here's the application link. So please go ahead and share that link with your friends. If you know someone that would benefit from this program, there is no cost to it. We're really just here to support you, and we want you to do well. And that's all it is. So thank you so much for attending today. I hope it's helpful for you, and I hope to see your name in the application form.